Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Perne was born and raised in Lansing, Michigan. And his original background and first passion was music, as his father was a music teacher. And Don became very proficient in playing most musical instruments. In college at Michigan State University, Don became the drum major and performed at all home football games in this capacity. Don's career as a golf professional began in 1950 and 1953, when he became the head professional at St. Clair River Country Club in St. Clair, Michigan. During this time, Don not only started his career, but also his family with his wife Louise. Don and Louise were married for over 50 years and have 3 wonderful children, Lori, Dale, and Nancy. During his tenure, Don also became the 6th master professional in the history of the PGA of America, the highest ranking a PGA member can obtain. In 1964, Don became the head professional at the prestigious Shaker Heights Country Club, in Cleveland, where he served as a head professional for 10 years. And when the club asked him to assume the role as general manager to help with the financial situation, he took on that task for an additional 3 years with great success. Don left Shaker Heights to become the head professional at Canoe Brook Country Club in New Jersey, and from there became the head professional at Williamton Country Club in Delaware. Williamton Country Club is a large 36-hole facility, which also was the first facility to host both the National Boys and Girls Junior Championships at the same time. The first time in the history, 2 USGA major champions were held simultaneously at the same facility. I had just moved back to Michigan after being absent for just about 20 years and taking a new job at Ferris. I was invited to the PGA Championship and was quite in awe of the whole thing. I was at a party there at Inverness at one of the great championships in the world with my wife, and just quite in awe. Don took time away from that event to take me and my wife through the club and show us the history. And to this day, it's something I'll always remember. When you talk to other golf professionals about Don, he is known as the Golf's Pro Golf Pro. Don is a consummate professional. He excels in all areas of the golf business. He is a great manager, businessman, an outstanding instructor, and promoter of the game. His caddy program was the #1 program in the United States and was used as the model for the Evans Scholarship Program nationwide. As a player, Don has won numerous PGA section events, and we don't have time for me to cover them all. Don still holds the course record at St. Clair Country Club with a pretty nice 61. Don has also won numerous PGA of American awards, served as the PGA section president, served on boards of directors, taught business schools for the PGA of America and all across the nation, and served on the PGA of America's National Education Committee. Don's entire career demonstrates a pattern of giving back and wanting to improve the image and stature of the PGA profession. He will tell you that his biggest contribution in this regard is the PGM program at Ferris State University. Don had a vision of a college program that would better educate and prepare young men and women for a variety of careers in the golf industry as PGA members. Don came up with a plan that would give students a business degree along with a unique internship program which would allow students the opportunity to gain real-life experience at golf facilities with PGA professionals as part of their degree. Don is the founder of this program. He contacted an old college friend and golf team member, Dr. Robert Averlagen, who was then the president of Fair State, and pitched the program. Don spent the next several years working on the curriculum with the PGA, Fair State University, and the state of Michigan to make his dream come true in 1975. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you PGA Master Professional and Visionary, Mr. Don Perne.
In the early 70s, I was a golf professional at Shaker Heights Country Club near Cleveland. I was also an active member of the Northern Ohio PGA section. One of my jobs was chairman of the employment committee. We had many functions, one of which was counseling and meeting my first year members in the apprentice program. God, I will, let's start over again. Seemed that many of the apprentice members were asking the same questions. Should I go to college or should I turn pro? This was a tough question for me to answer. One of the young men said, if I do as you suggest and go to college, I will spend 4 years working toward a career which is my second choice, and then spend 5 more years working on the apprentice program. My God, I'll be an old man by the time I get this done. Then one day, I received a phone call which would change the face of PGA education as we knew it. The call was from Dr. Robert Averlagen. Bob and I attended high school together, and as a matter of fact, Bob played on the golf team with me. We then went to Michigan State, and when we graduated, Bob went into college administration, and I went into golf business. Bob went on to become president of Fair State University when he called. I told Bob of my dilemma in advising many of these apprentice program members. Bob said, I think it's time that you took the PGA education program to the college level. 2 years later, we accepted our first 50 students into the professional golf management program at Ferris. Today, 26 universities now offer similar programs. I've been given credit for having had the idea for the program, but I take no credit for the success the program has enjoyed these many years. While many people have worked very hard to ensure the program's success, the 3 coordinators had the list. First was Norm Bennett, who was a golf professional who was employed also by Ferris. Norm did a great job of getting the program off the ground, but after 2 years, Norm wanted to go back to his day job, so to speak, so Bob and I started our search for the second coordinator. One day, Bob called and said, I think we have found our man. I said, well, who could that be? Well, he said his name is Lowell LeClaire. Bob said, you may remember him. He played on the University of Michigan golf team when we were in school. Well, he said, if you're convinced he's our man, I won't hold that against him. The program flourished under Lowell's leadership. It was a sad day for me when I heard that Lowell was going to retire. But I didn't have to worry. Our third coordinator is here tonight, Matt Perne. Matt, a master professional himself, has kept the program modern and up to date. Of course, I'm prejudiced, but Ferris still was the #1 program for me, in the operation today. So Matt, I've never thanked you publicly, but I do tonight. When we started the program at Ferris, we were asked to appoint an advisory council. These were people in various positions in the golf business, such as green superintendents, club managers, food and beverage people, accountants, and a golf course architect. My first and only choice for the golf course architect was Art Hills. Art played on the golf team with me at Michigan State. Art has contributed so much to this program in its earlier years, so Arthur, I finally get a chance to thank you publicly. Thank you. There is one other man that's here tonight that is really responsible for this program we're all talking about. That's the man who was president at Ferris when I was doing all of this work. Without him, nothing would have happened. So I'd like to have him stand up and be counted. His name is Dr. Robert Abel. I've been lucky enough to receive honors, but the honor tonight is special because it's from you, the hierarchy of Michigan golf. I asked Loretta to send me a list of the people that have been inducted before, the inductees, and I'm humbled to think that I'm walking in their shoes. I'm sure that I can speak for my friends and my family who are here tonight. We have been treated royally, and I thank you very much.
Jim has been married to his wife Jerry for 66 years. They had 5 children, David, Dutch, Kathy, Wendy, and Lori. 5 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. Brothers Jack, Don, and Jerry are also here today, as well as his sister Peggy. Today, Jim and his son Dutch are now regulars in the GAM father-son tournament. And with a combined age of 149, they not only compete for low gross, but for David Graham's most senior team honor as well. Jim Briegel, in my opinion, is the longest hitting and best 85-year-old golfer in the world, and a true gentleman in every sense of the word. Jim Briegel.
Thank you very much. I'm truly honored. Thank you.
Thank you.